Grade 10s, let's look at the possible solutions for this question paper, Mathematical Literacy Paper 1, November 2025. Okay, let's come down and we see. Question number 1. Miss Van de Ven wants to buy a laptop. She saw the following advertisement in the local newspaper. Sell and what then? Okay, that's the advertisement. Let's look at the question paper. So the questions. So the question says, identify the amount discount on this cash price, amount discount. So in other words, we are having, this is the cash money. This is the cash money, but how much do you save as a discount? 700. So your answer is supposed to be 700 rands. Your answer is supposed to be, the answer there is supposed to be 700 rands. Then we come, write down the size of the hard drive. Hard drives, the size of the hard drive is usually measured in GB. So it's this much here. Okay, hard drive, it's this one, 500. So you come here and say 500 what? GB. Then determine the price of the laptop before discount. So it's now at 5,500. You're saving 700. What was it before? So what we're going to do, it's 5,500 plus the 700. The answer becomes 6,200. Okay. According to the advertisement, there is a monthly payment option if you buy the laptop on hire purchase. At what percentage is VAT charged in South Africa? Everyone knows it as 15%, or someone else would have written 0.5. Write out the monthly installment amount in words. Monthly installment amount in words. It's this one here. How much do you pay every month in words? So this one will give us, we shall say it's 200. It's 200. $280. 80 rands. Okay, let's go to 1.2. Peter is in grade 10 at Success High School. Peter conducted a survey of the amount of pocket money that his peers receive per month. The results are shown in the table below. So these are the results. This is money. Okay. Define the term model amount. So we shall say is the amount that appears most. Okay. Arrange the given data in ascending. Ascending, please remember it's from small to big, from down to up. So we shall start with the smallest number. This is 1. Is there any other 40? No. So we have this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 50s are done. So we have 7. Is there any other 60? No. Then we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so let's do that, and now we can arrange. Now we shall start with the smallest. Number 1, we said it's 40, so we shall have our 40 here. Followed by how many 50s? There are 3 50s. followed by a 60, followed by 375s, 550s, sorry. There are 550s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by 60, followed by 575s, followed by 575s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by 200s. We have a 150, and we have a 200 at the end. This is how it's supposed to be arranged. Okay, now they're asking you determine the median value of the given pocket money amount. Now, when you look at these values, they are 16. So meaning we're going to remain with two numbers in between, the 8th number and the 9th number. So meaning we count, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see that? So we shall get the 75 plus 75 divided by 2. The answer became 75. Becomes 75. They're asking us, is the data discrete or continuous? The data that we have, it's discrete. Why? Because it's what? Because it is countable. It's not measured. The amount of money, we just count the money. We don't measure money. So it's countable. Okay. Go to question number 2. Megan Jones has been hired by Trevor Noah to manage an international stock called South Africa Products, SA Products, as part of her contract with her cell phone company. She receives the following benefits for free: 1.5 GB of data, 200 anytime minutes, then 50 text messages. The local call costs cost per minute or part thereof is R1.50. Below is an invoice showing Megan's mobile phone costs for the month of October 2025. This is the table. Okay, we go to the question directly. Identify Megan's total monthly cost. Identify. So Megan's total monthly cost, it's this one. So it's this answer here. 905 rands 23 cents. 905 rands 23 what? Cents. Okay, calculate the amount in rands for the 200 free minutes Megan receives if the average cost per minute is R1.50. So just get the 200 minutes, get that much, and the answer here is going to become 300. Okay, Megan claims that it will cost 135 for a call of 1 hour, 30 minutes if the free minutes have been already used. Verify her claim by showing all calculations. Now, if you don't have free minutes, so we shall change the hour to minutes. So meaning we have 60 plus 30. In other words, we have 90 minutes. And each minute is R1.50. I believe you end up having that much. We go to the 90, then we multiply it by 1.5. It's that much. Okay. Megan can trade her 200 free minutes for cash. She wants to make an international call of 40 minutes. The cost for an international call is R3.55 per minute. Okay, then she goes ahead and says, if the local cost per minute is is 1 rand 50 cents, and she exchanges half 200 free minutes for cash, show by means of calculations that Megan will have 158 left after her international call. Now, remember, we already have the money for 300, for the free calls, the 200. She will have 300. This 300 minus the money got from the 40 minutes, which are international. So we get 40 times 3 rand 55 cents. Remember, the 3 rand 55 cents, it's the cost per minute for international calls. Okay, so now this is 300. 300 minus 300 minus, let's say 40 times 3,55, subtracting 142. Indeed, it will become, remember, was she claiming? Megan Treatment says that, okay, let's see, the total cost. Yeah, that is it. So we've got the answer already there. 2.1.5. Calculate Megan's phone bill by calculating the values of A to E if she sent 78 text messages. Let's go there straight away. So we are filling in these values. A, SMS text. But remember, she has 78 text. Of this text, she gets 50 free. So we have to subtract them off. When you subtract this, I believe you remain with 28. So now these are the 28. This should pay for the 28. So our value of A is going to be 28 times 0.27, which gives us 7 rand. Is it 61 cents? 28 times 0.27. Oh, she has 7 rand 56. 56 what? 56 cents. That's value of A. We come to B. B, we need to add everything here and we get the B. You're going to add this, add that, add that, add that. And I believe the answer you get there, you add everything, is going to be 400 and 407 rands. 470 rands. 470 rands. 470 rands. 79 cents. That's the value of B. You get a mark for that. Oh, by the way. Okay, so we go on, we say, we have this, you subtracting here, you have a mark. Value of C, 10% of SMS. So you're going to look for 10% of this, which is 0.1 times 7.56, which will lead you to 0.76. And you get a mark for that. We come up, so now D, what's going to happen in D? You're going to add up these values. These are both negatives. Why? They're discounts. They're deducted off. So this becomes 176 cents. That's the value of D. So we come on and we see, calculating the value of E. Value of E is going to be cost, this value here, all right, plus the monthly cost, minus the discounts. Okay, let's do that and we see. We are saying it's going to be 905.23 plus 47. we are saying E. The value of E will be 923 plus the money that a person has used here, 470,79. Together, you end up having some answers. 1,376 rands, 2 cents. Then minus what we are subtracting the discounts. So we have 176 cents off. So the final answer becomes 1,275 rands, 26 cents. Yeah, that's the answer there. That's how we did this question there. Then we continue. Let's go to question number 2.2. Megan enjoys going to movies for relaxation at the local malls. The diagram below indicates the possible snacks and refreshments that Megan will choose from. Study the diagram and answer the questions that follow. Okay, we look at that diagram there. The questions are, identify the type of diagram above. The type of diagram above, it's what we call the tree what? The tree diagram. The tree diagram, and they're telling us write down the outcome of A. Let's look at A. A, it's P and C. P, C. Why? Because it was P, F. That's why they got PF. They go to the Simba. That's why we have, So this is PC. So here the answer became PC. What is the probability that Megan will choose a snack with Fanta? Write your answer as a percentage. A snack with Fanta. So all we look for is the one with F. So there are 2. Out of how many? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 4. But the answer is needed as a percentage. What do we do? Multiply by 100. Percentage is supposed to be 50%. So here, guys, it was supposed to be 2 over 4 times 100. And the answer here became half of 100, which is, okay, that marks the end of question number 2. Let's look at question number 3. Since 2020, during COVID-19 and the lockdown period, that came with it. Students were expected to learn from home. However, it required students to have a suitable device that they could use through their studies. The graph below depicts the percentage of people who had a specific device and those who didn't. Okay, the data was compiled from 200 students' responses who participated in the survey. Okay, name one method that can be used to collect data as indicated above. There's no any other apart from the question. The questionnaire. By the way, you can also use interview, but there are too many, 200. So it's a questionnaire, the better one. Identify the device that most students had available for their studies. Which one has the largest number? The yes means they had. The no, they never had. Okay, they have a smartphone. So the answer here is supposed to be, smartphone. Okay, Mrs. Conrad says, Mrs. Conrad is of opinion that 77 learners who participated in the survey did not have access to laptops. Verify with calculations whether Mrs. Connie is correct or not. Now, first and foremost, we shall come to the diagram here. Look for laptops. How many said no? We have 38,88. So it will be 38,88 times the number of learners. So it's going to be 38%, which is over 100, times 200. And a mere looking at this gives you 38,8 times 2, which is 77,6. 77,6. So we are looking at whole number. So we have 77, and indeed she's what? She was correct. Okay, how many learners who participated in the survey had access to smartphones? Show all calculations. We go back to the diagram. Had access to smartphone. Look at the percentage of smartphone, 75,9%. So meaning we are going to say 75,9% times 200. And this brought us to 152 learners. 152 learners. So you can say 151. Okay. 3.2. This person lives near a resort and notes that that barbecue wood and the polystyrene containers for storing food are often in high demand. He has a permission from the resort to sell these two products at the entrance of the resort. Okay, calculate the average. Please, the moment you hear average, we need what we call the mean. Mean income for the polystyrene containers, polythene. Okay, 5 for the 5 weeks. So meaning we're going to say 189 plus, I'm using only the one which is below, these ones only. So we are saying that much plus 369 plus 135 plus 162. Add them up. Add all these values and you divide by 5. When you add everything up, you end up having 981 divided by 5. And the final answer becomes 196 rands 20 cents. That's how we do it. That was the mean. Okay. We go to question number 2.2. Determine the total income and per week, and then determine the range of the total income. Now, what we're going to do, what they want us to do is to come here and we add. Week 1, what did we get? When we add these two, I believe we get 389. Week 2, we have 296. Week 7, we have 774. Then week 4, we have 335. Week 5, we have 362. We've done that. That's one of the questions. So they go ahead and ask us. So we've done that. We've got and per week. You've got it week 1, total income. So they go ahead and say, determine the range of the income of. So the range among the values that you've just got, range. Remember, range is going to be range equals to maximum, which is the biggest number, minus the minimum, the smallest value. So in this case here, what's the maximum? 774. 774 when you check here very well. Minus the lowest, which is 296. And the final answer becomes, our final answer is 479. So it's 478, not 79. So this is our answer there. Okay. When it says bride for 15 per bag and the containers for 9 rand per container, determine how much of each product is sold in week 4. Let's go there. Week 4. We are only concentrating on this. For wood, he got 200. So how many sacks is this? So it's 200 divided by 15, which is a little bit tricky. So 200 divided by 15, you end up having 13,33. Approximately, he sold 13 bags of wood. Ne? Then we go back to the table there, you see, this was wood. Ne? Then what about the containers? What about the containers? For the containers, she got 135. So meaning 135 divided by 9, I believe you end up having what? 15. Okay, 2 marks each. Question number 4. Someone is a South African cricketer. He signed an IPL, the Indian Premier League contract in 2012. Okay, these are the runs and everything. So, believe them like that. Let's go to the correct question. Calculate the range of running. Calculate the range of this person here. Together, calculate the range of runs during the. So meaning, remember, they have told you, this is the second time you're seeing the word range, which said highest value minus the lowest value. So we shall check on the values here. Let's see. 6 is the lowest. What is the highest? Highest is 138. So our range here becomes 138 minus 6. 138 minus 6. Which gives me 132. Which gives you 132. Write down the runs of Sri Lanka to. This is Sri Lanka to Ireland. So let's go and check very well. We are looking for Sri Lanka to Ireland. So the Sri Lanka, you come and sit there 6. Thank you very much. To Ireland, which is 96. I'm here looking at this. I believe you can go through it very fast. By 6 once. By 6, 16, I believe. So if you can't do this, please just pick from your calculator there. Go take the smaller number over. Take the smaller number over the bigger number and you press equals. You see? So meaning the smaller number, which is 6 out of 96, it has given us 1 over 16. So the smaller number takes the 1 and the bigger number takes the other number. Okay, so that is our ratio there. The ratio here is supposed to be 6 is to 96, and the answer became 1 is to 16. Name 2 advantages of participating in sports. 1, you get fit. 2, you relax a little bit, you relax the muscles, you become healthy. You don't need to go to the gym if you're playing sports. Understand? Benefits, you improve your talent. There are a lot of them. Any 2. Don't give more than 2. If this person invested 28,000 for 2 years at 2.5% simple interest per annum, calculate how much money will he have available in total after 2 years. So first and foremost, look for the interest, which is going to become 2.5 over 100 times the money that he invested. I believe you get 700 here. Together, you get 700. But this is for 2 years. So multiply by 2 years, you get 1.4. But we're not interested. We are in the total after. So plus the money that he had invested 2 years ago, leaving us with 29,400. And this marks the end of our paper 1. Thank you very much.